It's a way of the Mr. Quickey, oh yeah. So thanks to last Friday's ruling by the Supreme Court declaring marriage a fundamental right which cannot be denied to people based on their sexual orientation, we have had a redefinition of marriage. That's right. Marriage will no longer be confined to a biblical definition of one man and one virgin. That is one of the many biblical definitions of marriage which Christians have not been following for God knows how long, and he really does know, according to them. You see, in the Bible, if a man married a woman and on her wedding night she couldn't produce evidence of her virtue in the form of blood from her broken hymen, she was to be taken out of the city and stoned to death. Christians and Jews haven't been doing that for a very long time. They have consistently thumbed their collective nose at God, and because of that, God was forced to bring his wrath down upon the Christians and Jews in the form of Pat Robertson, with whom we all now seem to be eternally cursed. Now, some Christians and Jews are concerned that since it's no longer one man and one woman, well, what's to stop it from becoming one man and two women, or three, or four? But the answer to that is simple. Those biblical definitions of marriage no longer apply. Yep, that's right. Polygamy is another form of God-approved marriage from the Bible. Many of God's prophets had more than one wife: Abraham, Moses, Joseph Smith. In fact, polygamy is every bit as common in the Bible as is monogamy, maybe more so. And yet, we once again find Christians and Jews thumbing their collective nose at God and abandoning this God-approved form of love and commitment, which then gets us all more of this. Thanks, Christians and Jews. Now, biblically speaking, you can marry a slave and or a concubine as well. But again, Christians and Jews now reject those biblical definitions, and because of their unbridled wickedness, exactly. In fact, Islam is really the only one of the three Abrahamic faiths that is doing the will of God when it comes to marriage. You Christians and Jews, you might want to consider that whole Sharia law thing again. But that's not the only term or phrase that got redefined Friday. You see, it used to be that religious liberty meant having the freedom to worship or not as one sees fit. Friday's decision didn't really change any of that, but now some Christians and Jews, well, they want a special right, the right to discriminate against my LGBTQ brethren and sistren, because they're just horrified at the thought of a Christian or Jewish business owner having to provide flowers or cakes or whatever for gay weddings, something which they say is a violation of their faith. The problem, of course, is that these Christian business owners only want to deny service to gays and lesbians. For the last however long, they haven't been denying service to non-virgin girls getting married. They haven't been denying service to adulterers who are seeking to, I guess, go back for seconds. They haven't been denying service to Sabbath breakers, people who wear linen and wool together. Hell, they haven't even tried to deny service to people like me, atheists. It's only now that they want the special right to deny service to this very specific group of their fellow citizens, homosexuals. Because apparently now, only homosexuality is a violation of their faith. Who knew, right? Ding dong, the God is dead. So the term religious liberty is something we all now need to get on the same page about, because that phrase, just like marriage, has been redefined since Friday. It no longer refers to the simple right to worship or not as one sees fit. It is now a declaration of one's bigotry and homophobia, which, luckily for all of us, God doesn't seem to have a problem with. Oh crap, maybe he does. Who can tell anymore?